These Spartan warriors come from a rugged, mountainous region. Sparta is the only Greek state with a full-time professional army. They are on a permanent war footing.
They were trained for war, the state was geared for war, and that's all the Spartans knew.
Sparta's militarist regime starts at birth. Every baby boy is handed over for a ruthless selection.
If they showed any signs of weakness, well, the Spartans weren't squeamish about taking that child off to a pit outside Sparta, outside the actual living space, and throwing them in a pit where these children, these babies, these infants were bound to die.
Those young children who are chosen to survive begin a lifetime of tough training, starting when they are just 7 years old.
If two boys are fighting and one of them shows a sign of weakness, it wasn't the young boy who got punished for crying out and breaking the code, but it was his older mentor.
There's no soft life for a young boy in Sparta.
Whatever the weather, they go everywhere barefoot to harden their feet.
The system was designed to instill obedience, endurance, resilience, and everything else that the Spartan warrior would need on campaign. It's this resilience that they are brought up with to endure pain in all of its forms, whether physical and psychological, that make the Spartans some of the best warriors in the ancient world.
Catching their own food is a core part of Spartan training. The boys have to become self-sufficient, relying on their survival skills.
This self-reliance means that they're an army that can exist in the field where others would want to withdraw. Basically, they don't feed these boys enough food. Consequently, the boys have to improvise. They've got to be prepared to steal.
The aim is to condition them for the brutality of battle.
If the Spartan boys can learn to ignore pain, then they can stand firm in the battle line, and they can stand firm even when they're wounded and carry on fighting.
After 11 years intensive training, a Spartan recruit is ready to graduate at 18 years old. He is issued with the armor and trappings of a Spartan warrior. His most precious possession is the large, heavy shield. So important to Spartan soldiers, it is drilled into them before every battle. Die rather than lose it.
The mother says to the son, "Come back with this shield or on it." In other words, come back carrying your shield in victory or being carried on it dead.
These new recruits are joining the finest military force in Greece. It has a ferocious reputation.
They were terrifying. Quite often armies would see them and melt away.